Hey, this is Felix. It's week 25, and the topic this week is travel. Um, this year has been a really good travelling year for me. I've been to San Francisco, Lund, and Aviemore this year. I went to San Francisco in February to visit my friend Kyle, who is at Stanford University, which is actually just outside San Francisco in Palo Alto. So I was staying there and traveling into the city most days, and it was amazing. Like, San Francisco is an incredible place. I got tattooed there, met some really lovely people. I've always wanted to go, and it was really awesome to have the opportunity to go and to stay with a friend, and that was really lovely. It was also the first time that I'd travelled on my male passport, which was good. I've just realised that I say this year has been a really good travel year. What I really mean is that 2012 was a really good travel year. So technically that's the last year, but 2013 is still really new, so it seems like... Anyway, so yeah, 2012 was a really good travel year. So yeah, San Francisco, and then in March I went to visit some friends of mine who live in Lund in Sweden, which was really lovely. It's like a beautiful old university city, and we just did lots of sleeping and eating and walking, which was really nice. They love putting things in tubes in Swedish supermarkets, I've discovered, and they also have a brand of ketchup called Felix, and they had a whole shelf of it in the supermarket, which was quite exciting. And they have a really nice chocolate thing called Plop, which is like this chocolatey caramelly sweet, which is really nice, and it's got a funny name. I also... Where else did I go? I went to visit an old school friend of mine in Aviemore, which is in the Cairngorms in Scotland. I went in October to visit her, and that was really, really beautiful. I've been to Scotland before, but this bit of Scotland is particularly beautiful, and we went on nice long walks and to lochs with castles in them and stuff like that, so that was really nice. Yeah, travel's really good. I really like travelling. We went on quite a lot of holidays when I was a kid, mostly to Wales or Scotland or the Lake District. My parents are really big into walking, so pretty much all my holidays as a child were based around going for a long walk. But I really like the British countryside and the wild places that we have here. I've also been... when I was at university, I went to Portland, Oregon for a month to do a zines bikes project, which is really fun. It was the first time I'd ever been anywhere completely by myself, and I went and I'd made contact with a few self-publishing people and stuff before I went, so I knew a couple of people before I went, but it was a really friendly city, and I felt welcomed straight away, and I felt very at home there. And they have a really huge, the bike culture there is amazing. Everyone cycles. The city's really friendly to cyclists. There's a lot of really good music, a really good kind of DIY punk scene. Yeah, it's really cool. I definitely feel like I could live there, or be there for longer. When I was at sixth form, we went on a trip to New York. That was pretty cool. I feel like it was quite brave of the staff to take a group of 30 16-year-olds to New York, but they did. We just kind of did all the touristy stuff, but it was fun. But I feel like I'd like to go back as an adult to there. I've been to Paris with my parents. I've been to Switzerland with my parents, Austria, Samos, which is a small Greek island, which is quite close to Turkey, and we went across to Turkey on one of the days and went to Ephesus, which is these amazing ruins, and they've got a big amphitheatre and all this sort of ancient architecture, which is really cool and interesting. I've been to, when I was at uni as well, a bunch of my friends were on exchange in Berlin, so I went to visit them in Berlin. I'd definitely like to go back there again. It seemed like a really cool city, and it's the city where my grandmother's from. So I've got some family there, and I'd like to go and visit and spend a bit more time. In terms of places that I'd like to go, where else? I'd like to travel around Scotland more. I think Scotland's really beautiful, and I'd like to see more of it than I have done. My mum's family came from Scotland, and I'd like to go to Islay, which is the bit of Scotland where they're from, and it's also the bit of Scotland where they make Lafroig, which is the best whiskey ever. So I'd like to go and go to a distillery and see where it's made. My partner is Canadian, so I think we're going to go to Canada at some point this summer, hopefully. I think Canada looks really beautiful and sounds really cool. I seem to know lots of really awesome Canadians. I haven't met a Canadian that I haven't liked so far, and so I'd like to go and see what Canada's like, and hopefully see a bear. I've told my partner that if we can't leave until we see a bear. So that's kind of probably the main reason for going, is to witness an actual bear. So yeah, I think I don't know. That's probably all I have to say, really.